Yo, what is going on, people? Your boy Tony here, and I've got some exciting news, man. Like, right now, at the time of this recording, it's a little bit past midnight, and normally I wouldn't do a video at this time, but whoa, I got some news, some huge news. All right, so I was talking to Mr. Emilio Lopez, and he said, hey, look, check it out. Conan's coming back to the Marvel Universe 2019. So, I looked around the internets, found this, right? So, yes. Conan the Barbarian, he's coming back to Marvel 2018. No, actually, let me just read the thing from Newsarama, right? Marvel Comics has announced that starting in January 2019, which is exactly a year from now, it will regain the license to publish comic books based on Robert E. Howard's Conan the Barbarian. Marvel published Conan books from 1970 to 2000 with a license transferred to Dark Horse Comics. So they published, Conan for 30 years, right? And there's a bunch of other stuff. I'm going to link to this down below and stuff. So anyway, there's two images that were released. And this looks like a Ribic, Assad Ribic cover. Yeah, it is actually. Those eyes right there, those are definitely Assad eyes, right? Cool stuff right there. Then there's this other image, nice Mike Diodato image, and showing that Conan is going to be in the Marvel, the Marvel Universe proper. You got Wolverine there, and you got Thor there. And that's the real reason I wanted to do this video. Look at that Thor. That's the real deal Thor. That's not freaking Jane Foster. That's fucking Thor. Yes, I know he's the Odin son right now. It's Thor. Come on now. That's him. And correct me if I'm wrong here. That's a new costume. I'm not familiar with that costume. It looks like Olivier Coipel's costume. I probably butchered that name, but he has bare arms in this. He's the Coipel one. He has like scales or whatever on his arms, metal scales, right? So this is like a low key announcement that we're gonna get Thor back eventually. I don't know when, obviously, but by the time 2019 rolls around, looks like we're going to get the real deal Thor back. That the whole Jane Foster nonsense is going to be over finally, so that's great. Again, this goes back to the video I posted last week where's it this week? I'm an old man. Basically, I'm excited about what's going on with Marvel right now because they seem to be doing things slowly but surely that is going to please the fans, right? At the end of the day, comic books are supposed to be entertaining. It's a business. You got to give people what they want. We're getting Thor back. I would be excited about seeing the real deal, or not the real deal, because we still had the real Wolverine, which is old, I would be more excited about seeing the younger Wolverine if we didn't already know he was coming in Marvel Legacy #1. We saw the young Wolverine already, right? We had no idea what was going on with Thor, though. There he is, with the long hair and everything. I know in Thor 700, the one that's coming up, he looks more like his old self, right? He still has that stupid metal arm or whatever, and he has like a new hammer. But right here, look at that. That looks like Mjolnir to me. This is exciting. Forget the Conan thing is cool. Don't get me wrong, that's cool. But the Thor news, that's the bombshell right here. This is crazy, But anyway, since I do have you here, I do want to raise a concern I have about Conan, right? You all know Conan the Barbarian, right? He is the classic, I guess, prototype for the male power fantasy, right? And we all know that's not exactly in vogue nowadays, right? As a matter of fact, it just seems like society is trying to clamp down on that, signs of masculinity and stuff, real man shit. Critics particularly don't really like that type of stuff. So I'm wondering, how will Conan play out in the modern age with critics, specifically, right? I'm worried that they're gonna, for lack of a better term, soften him up. That would be horrible because you want to be honorable to Conan, make him a badass barbarian. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. We still have a year, and by that point, I believe CB Cebulski will have full control over Marvel, because right now they're still dumping out that, Axel Alonso nonsense, which will hopefully be over by the middle of this year. 2019, CB will hopefully be in full control, and hopefully we're going to get a return to form for Conan. You know, because you can't be messing around with Conan. You got to deliver Conan. He's a, male power fantasy. He kills his enemies, bangs chicks and stuff. Like, that's the Conan we need. So like a sissier Superman, a sissier Conan, can't be having that. We'll see about that. But like Manny said, they could also just make him action Conan, right? Like, they'll tone down the whole sexuality stuff with him and just like have him just get into adventures where he's like killing giant snake gods or something. That could work too. But don't make him a sissy, man. You gotta have like Conan be a man. You know what I'm saying? Like Arnold back in the day. But anyway, going back, yes, I'm very, very excited. Look at that Thor. That's beautiful. Unless it's like a Elseworld story, which it could possibly be, but that's a new costume. That is a new costume I'm seeing right there, man. Very exciting, man. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say in this video, man. I'm definitely gonna keep tabs on this. So yeah, what do you think? Are you excited about Conan the Barbarian's return to Marvel Comics? Are you excited about the return of Thor? Whew, boy, man, I gotta control myself right now. It's crazy. All right, man. I'll see you next time. Later.